Harry threw Charles under the bus, overshadowing him by livid statement about Meghan's drama. Prince Harry blows his father Prince Charles out of the limelight with his angered speech about media manipulation regarding the coverage awarded to Meghan Markle over the years. Prince Charles' 2016 Oman tour was overshadowed by Prince Harry when he released a statement to the press in defense of Meghan Markle. Charles had been guaranteed the splash on the front pages of newspapers during his tour, but it was immediately bumped when Harry accused the British press of harassing Meghan following the discovery of their relationship. Royal expert Jonathan Saccardotti claimed Charles was annoyed by the conflict. Speaking to US Weekly's Royal US podcast, Mr. Saccardotti said, "Traditionally, the royal households coordinated, so if one of them was doing something like a royal tour, nobody else would announce something big that would knock them off the front page. But in that case they has interviews saying that despite promising Prince Charles a splash on the front page, the journalist found the story was bumped and he was annoyed by that because Harry has released this bombshell criticism of the media. Sometimes they are competing with each other, getting on each other's nerves or shadowing over each other's PR plans. It comes as a private investigator has apologized for targeting the phone of a former girlfriend of the Duke of Sussex and admitted he helped rob him of his teenage years." Gavin Burrows told the BBC there had been a ruthless culture in parts of the media in the early 2000s, when he said Chelsea Davies' phone had been under surveillance. He told a BBC documentary called The Princes and the Press there was a much greater interest in Harry than his brother, the Duke of Cambridge, when he began working for the now-defunct News of the World in 2000. Editors told him putting Harry on the front page sold more copies of newspapers than William. As explained to me by a couple of editors, Harry had basically become the new Diana, he said. The BBC says Mr. Burrows is a witness in legal cases against the News of the World and The Sun, but that his claims are yet to be tested in court and are strongly disputed. Harry brought legal proceedings against News Group newspapers, NGN, and Reach, formerly Mirror Group newspapers, in 2019, just days after it was announced that the Duchess of Sussex was suing the Mail on Sunday after it published a letter she wrote to her father. Mr. Burrows told the BBC documentary, "There was a lot of voicemail hacking going on, there was a lot of surveillance work on her phones, on her cams. Chelsea would brag to her friends when she was going to see him." He said investigators were interested in her medical records, ex-boyfriends and details of her education. Mr. Burrows said he was very sorry and explained, "I was greedy, I was into my cocaine, and I was living in a fake state of grandeur." He added there was a ruthless culture in the media, saying, "They've got no morals, they absolutely have got no morals." Meghan Markle's lawyer defense of the Duchess in the BBC's Princes and the Press documentary has really struck a chord with the royal family, according to a royal commentator. Royal commentator Victoria Howard has told Australian television that Meghan Markle's lawyer defense of the Duchess in the BBC documentary struck a chord with the royal family. This narrative that no one could work for the Duchess of Sussex, that she was too difficult or demanding a boss, and that everyone had to leave, is just not true, says Jenny Effie in a teaser for Part 2 of Princes and the Press. Ms. Howard told ABC News Australia, "I think what has really, struck a chord with the royals to release the statement is that Meghan's lawyer was actually given airtime to refute some of the claims that were made about her. And secondly, it's kind of removed some of this mystique about the royal family, being a family and not just kind of being offices working together. I think that was the key thing that I took away from it. That actually this is showing that everything isn't as rosy as we always think." She added, "And actually, they are quite dysfunctional, more than we might normally imagine."